Tim Hensley here with the Urban Homestead. We have been working today in our nursery bed, weeding a lot of our new grafts, but in the middle of our nursery we have a scion wood orchard, and we're here with our Liveland Raspberry tree. This is a very early ripening apple. You can see we've got, here's a little fruit, several brightly colored cream background with the red striping. And this is an old Russian apple that was brought here in 1883. And there were a number of varieties that were brought to the United States by the USDA around this time. In 1870, the yellow transparent or June apple that we sell an awful lot of was brought here. And the effort then was to get some cold hardy varieties for the Great Plains. So this is one of those apples. And even though the June apple and the early harvest, another June ripener or July ripener, are very popular, this Liveland Raspberry will ripen a little bit ahead of those varieties, so you get that first taste of fresh apple. We've been eating these with cooked apples in the morning with biscuits, so it's really fine eating. We have another variety up here, the early Redbird, and it's an old Stark Brothers tree, and it ripens earlier also than the yellow trans or the early harvest. So if you're looking for a very early apple, this would be a great one to try. The tree itself is not very vigorous. It's not a large growing tree, and so that would be nice if you have limited space. Smaller yard, the Liveland Raspberry would fit. And we don't see a lot of fire blight strikes in this tree either. And then as far as the flavor of this variety, it has a very tender flesh. Very tender. It's a fairly rich flavor, not like an old wine sap or a limber twig, but so tender that we would say it's almost like eating foam. So a unique variety, great to fill that early season, and then has this old Russian connection as well. So if you're looking for a different sort of early apple, we'd recommend this Liveland Raspberry. Tim Hensley, Urban Homestead.